everybody, how you doing, man? We're back.
We're back.
Right now.
Larry now.
We're doing episode number 67. We took a little hiatus. We may talk about that a little bit and see how that goes. And welcome. Let us thank Elijah again for being here and helping us with our technology. And don't forget to subscribe. I don't know how we're doing, but Elijah will let us know, or let me know, or let us both know. And anyway, it's good to be here. So we're episode 67. So what's going on? We're sitting in the nice comfortable chairs here, which feels really comfortable. So but anyway, what's been going on?
I took a fall last Friday, and I didn't hit my head. I just fell on my elbow, and the paramedics had to come and pick me up. So I'm thankful that I was okay. I'm just kind of slowing down.
How'd you get a hold of them? Did you?
But Brenda came. I called Brenda.
Oh, you were able to. Yeah, your phone with you. And you were able to call her.
Yeah, she came over. Okay. And then she said, "Well, so we did that." But now, I was thankful that I didn't hit my head.
Yeah, right.
And I realized that I have to take it slow as we go. And that's a good thing.
Right.
That's a good thing. So your procedure went okay?
Yeah. So they do this thing called a TAVR. And it's a transarterial, so it goes up through your artery. And they have the valve, and so I thought, I didn't know what happened to the old valve, but they push it aside a little bit, put the new one in. They use the old one to help anchor it. And then it's about, in my case, I think it was like 30-minute procedure.
Okay.
I came out. I mean, they do put you under. I came out. They just have to be still for about 6 or 8 hours, so they make sure there's no bleeding, because you're going through the femoral artery.
Right.
And then spent the night. The next morning I was out, went home, and a little groggy, and Friday, but Saturday I'm back at it and feeling great. So everything's good. Everything's good. So so it was
wonderful.
Like I say, a little bit.
Technology is way out there.
Wow. Yeah. Well, this one nurse was telling me that basically about 10 years of medical advancement happens about every 8 months. I mean, it's going so fast, and most people's reaction, well, it must be AI. I wonder how much of it is AI. I don't know. But the technology and the things that they can do is just amazing.
Yeah.
I think I was one of 4 or 5 had that TAVR done that day.
And they did it walk it in and walk it out.
Well, yeah, basically you check in. Yeah, they admit you because you are going to spend the night, because it was late. It was about 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah. Maybe if I'd had it earlier in the day, like 7 or 9.
But you still got to anchor you.
Yeah, they got to check.
You got to check.
Yeah, they got to make sure. And they've been real good about following up. Got several phone calls within the first few days, but I haven't had any issues. Everything's healed. The only thing is the healing of where they go in with the catheters.
Right.
But otherwise, it's really very unintrusive.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So I was fortunate, and the guy that reputation of the doctor that did the procedure is really good. He really knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So those guys have to be rock solid.
Yeah, and so they say it's good. Most of them, they can last different lengths, but he said it wouldn't be uncommon for them to go 10 years. So you got a new lease on life, if you will.
Well, that's wonderful.
The thing was that I never really had any symptoms. A lot of symptoms like shortness of breath or fatigue or muscle weakness or any of that kind of thing. I mean, I went on and lived my life, but that doesn't mean anything. That's called an asymptomatic because the valve was definitely faulty and that needed to be replaced. So anyway, all good.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I get the congenital heart thing with the liquids and stuff like that.
Right, you got to really be watching that.
Yeah, I gotta watch that, because when I start getting out of breath and stuff like that, then I cut back on the I gotta keep the fluids.
Right.
But at this age, if that's what I have to deal with, that's what I have to deal with. I'm thankful to be able to deal with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we kind of began to touch on it, on some of our podcasts about, getting older and some of the things you contend with, and I mean, truthfully, I know my sister is having a lot of medical issues too.
Yeah.
She's going to be 75, and we talk about you talk about your own mortality.
Right.
Life just looks different from our because it was described to me one time this way: is you look at if you look at your life as like a ruler, like and here's 0 when you're born, and let's say here's 85 over here. You might say average lived to 85 or whatever. Well, you're over here now.
Yeah.
For how many years you were over here? But now your lifespan is shorter, regardless. Your days are numbered.
That's why I try to enjoy every day.
Right.
And thankful for every day that I'm here.
That's the thing, when you start feeling bad about yourself or bad about what's going on or why me or whatever, you and like my sister said, one time we said, if you knew this was going to be your last day, this was it, would you want to go out being all miserable and all unhappy and all angry and hating?
You want to be vibrant,
right? Because you don't know. And like I say, just the odds, just the chronology of it, is right there, clear in that that.
That's why one of the things that I've done is eliminate as much drama in my life as possible. Man. Okay, and it does well for you. It does well for your disposition.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because because there's only so much you can change.
Yeah.
And really the only thing you can't change is your outlook on it. Your attitude, your way, your choice of how you want to deal with it. You can't change.
If something's going down,
yeah,
it's going to happen.
It's out of your control, and I think the sooner you can let that go, the easier it gets. And I don't know about you, but I find myself looking back at my life and reflecting on different times in my life, and wondering, thinking about things and like woulda, coulda, shouldas, and that kind of thing. But,
I just go back and think about the good things.
Yeah.
I think about the good things because if I hadn't made good decisions, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. So, hey,
hello. How you doing? So, but no, the thing that I'm learning is I enjoy it every day.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I just try to, and I don't get angry at nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't serve a purpose.
No, really. Okay. When you look at it, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. People.
Yeah.
And certain things you just can't.
There's a whole lot of shit I can't control.
Yeah.
And you got to know that.
Right.
Okay. But what I can control is me enjoying my life every day and being cordial to the people that are in my life.
You got a lot of people that love you.
Oh yeah.
People only want the best for you, and that that's worth a lot.
Yeah.
Some people don't have that.
No.
And that's what you want to remember and stuff. So let's talk. How did you enjoy the March Madness?
Oh man, it was I tell you, it was some basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, but I didn't think Michigan could take
Arizona.
UConn. But Michigan beat up Arizona.
Yeah.
They beat the snot out of Arizona.
Right.
But they had a all transfer. Okay, take care now, Marcus. They had the all transfer team.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody. It was all transfers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then what really shocked me was the UCLA women knocked the crap out of South Carolina.
Yeah. So the game before the UConn, man. So give me your take on that little spat.
Ariama is a piece of work.
Okay.
Okay. He this is a part about life is that sometimes you ain't gonna get it your way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the referees didn't call a lot of fouls on South Carolina. You got what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't, but they called fouls on, and that's what I think he's talking about. But it was a rough game. I mean, the game, the basketball game today has changed from when I was in high school. Yeah. See, there was no touching. But now it's banging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has evolved.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
I don't, that's how I remember it too.
These big guys, because the guys are so big.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, your guards are what 6'2", 6'4", 5.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have no little pee-wee no more.
No.
Okay. No. But no, I was entertaining, and I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the one thing I haven't been watching is this USFL football.
You have not been watching that?
No, I can't charge up.
Yeah,
What I'm watching though is a women's softball.
Yeah, I know you like women's softball.
Yeah, no, they get in the home stretch.
Yeah.
But no, I just can't. For some reason, I just can't watch that kind of football.
Well, there's so much. You're inundated with so much NFL, and it seems like football is played in the fall.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem right in the spring.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just what we grew up with.
I agree with you.
But some people can't get enough. So so I don't know what the market's like. But obviously it put it like it's mediocre. Well, talking about football, what's really growing is flag and women's flag.
Well, flag football, yeah.
Yeah, my granddaughter wants to play
at the high school level.
Yeah. She's only in the second grade.
Well, they're all the way down there.
Yeah, they're starting them off really young.
Yeah.
I mean, she plays basketball, she plays soccer.
That's good.
Now she wants to play flag football.
Oh, that's wonderful.
She's my son's daughter. I'll tell you, because it was funny because his wife was telling Marianne that. When's that season? And she says, well, it's during the fall. And she goes, oh, she's not going to play soccer? She goes, no, she's going to pull a Brad. She's going to play two sports. She's going to play two sports at the same time.
Well,
they're changing uniforms in the car, going from one game to the other. Right?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do today to keep your pulse on the kid.
Right.
Because we're talking about generations, and the kid today. They don't see that they have to work for anything.
Right.
Okay. Right. You want me to clean the house?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's your job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's really strange when you have an environment like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's left up to the parents to control the environment.
Right.
Okay, if you allow that, then your kid's gonna take advantage of it. Because you know how children are. They take advantage of everything.
Yeah.
The grandpa thing, don't you?
I would agree that. Yeah, it seems like it's double with the grandpa.
Grandpa, can I have donuts, Grandpa?
Marianne tells me how they come to me when they want something because they know I'm going to give it to them.
Oh, no.
And she's going, I always told them we were going to give them that. I go, well, I just give them one, whatever. But yeah, it's part of it. But
there's nothing wrong as long as you understand it and you regulate it. That's the part. That's the part of being a grandpa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no. I'm doing okay, but the world is in a shakeup, and but I think people are getting tired of the shakeup, and there's some people starting to talk back.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of eking out. Like we said, the man looks whooped, but
Well, and the sad thing about it is that. The people, he's got the kind of people around him that are afraid to say, today is Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not Wednesday. Today is Thursday. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're afraid to tell
Oh
them.
yeah.
So what do you think about all these So I saw another congressman that's probably going to have to step down. So they're dropping out of there for some of these violations of ethics. And
ethics.
So
Okay, but the Democrats, they go. The Republicans fight. Okay, in the with the Republicans, they think that I ain't done nothing wrong. Okay, you got to prove that I did it.
Yeah.
And that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Instead of owning up to it.
Yeah. So what do you think about the governor's race here in California? What do you think about? Who do you think?
I'm looking at the lady.
Are you?
Katie Porter, because she's diligent, and she does her homework.
Yeah, she's smart,
and she knows physically she's very responsible. Okay, she's from Orange County.
Yeah, right. I've seen her speak.
Yeah, and she knows her stuff.
Yeah, smart.
She ain't threatening nobody. She's just telling the facts of it is.
Right.
But no, I you know, like I said, I'm looking at I just got to read the book, and but I like her from what I saw in when she was in the House of Representatives.
Right. Yeah, and she's tough gal. Yeah. You know. So what about Steyer? What do you think about Tom Steyer? What's his story?
He's a reincarnation of the billionaires.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he legitimately seen the light, or you think he made his money on some pretty unscrupulous things? Yeah. But now he's saying, "Hey, I was wrong," and now he's trying to fix it.
But you're still a billionaire, okay? Yeah. So somebody else is wiping your butt anyway, okay? Yeah. No, I'm looking to get back to the old-fashioned way if we ever can. People with integrity.
Yeah, it'd be nice to find some integrity throughout the various bodies, huh? Because it seems like I don't know.
And they made a joke about what's the guy, the South Carolina guy that
Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham. They said Lindsey Graham never have to worry about sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah, everybody's want to call him out, but he just refuses to.
Yeah, he's a regular guy.
You know. Hey, you know, to each his own.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody has to find their way in the world,
right?
And you know you have to answer to yourself,
right?
Yeah. And if you can't look the man in the mirror, then you're in trouble. Man in the mirror is what.
Man in the mirror. Isn't that a Michael Jackson?
Yeah. When you're man in the mirror, you gotta please that person. Okay.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's the truth. That's what we want to. You know, we search for truth, and that's
man in the mirror.
Truth is going to get is what you see. You know, and you might want to try and fool yourself and say you're something you're not what you are.
Right.
You know, it is what it is type of thing. But anyway, well, you know, I'm glad we were able to get back to going again. And
well, yeah, man. You know,
we got to keep pushing. We got to get it past our age anyway. We're coming up on my age, and then we got to catch you. You know.
Oh my God,
you know? We got to keep those numbers rolling.
But you know, it's a blessing that we've gone this far.
Yeah, you know, when you think of our history and how we started this, and well, not even that. Go back further to when we first got together and met and worked together, and again, you know, every time we meet and we add another number to our list of podcasts, it's an accomplishment, you know.
Yes, it is.
And not everybody. I don't know. I wonder how many people who work together, you know, during the times that we worked, you know, that are still have contact with each other.
Right.
There may be more than I think, or maybe less. I don't know. But you know, we had that.
I enjoyed working with you. Know, we both were hard workers, and I just enjoyed learning and doing what we were doing, and we were both on the same path.
Yeah.
And that was the important thing. We were rowing the boat the same direction.
Yeah, we had both oars going in the right direction. Yeah. You know, I mean, sometimes I think, and I know we've talked about it. I wish we'd had a little longer run than we did. But you know what you know, when we think about how we We built
Well, think
that.
about this. Since 2015, since 2000, and we retired in 2015, we graduated 775 students with high school diploma.
Right.
That's
Otherwise,
legit.
that and some people might say, well, that's okay, yeah, that's a good number, but you got to realize that of that 775, 90% or more wouldn't necessarily have had that opportunity to graduate if we hadn't intervened, and provided that
path.
Yeah, that path.
Yeah.
That light. I mean, the path was there, but we had to kind of shed the light on it and help them take their steps. And so, and we always had those nice graduations, nice celebrations, and acknowledgments, and like I said, we hope that the majority of those people are living good lives and
I check in with Carla every now and then. Yeah. She runs into somebody and they're
doing really?
The kids and blah blah blah. Yeah. But I feel comfortable that by them getting their diplomas, they were one step ahead of what it would have been.
Well, too, in so many of those cases, they were the first in their family, to get a high school diploma.
Right.
And that, they broke ground there, and that's that's important. And more important, see, because a lot of people would just think that's just that's just what's expected. That's just going to naturally happen.
Well, and we're talking about the demographics.
Yeah.
Where it's not expected.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. On the other side of the demographic. Oh yeah. That blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Whether you want to or not.
Right. People looking from the outside though that don't have that understanding, would not really maybe marvel at that success. But we know firsthand how important that is. Those 775,
that's
young people that under most circumstances wouldn't have achieved that.
Right.
And it's something to be proud of. But
just the fact that we went about our business in such a way that we were able to go from one end to the other end and complete tasks with individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, like we were talking earlier about our mortality and stuff. It's like, what's our mark? Did you leave a mark? And I don't know if that's important or not. I mean, some people, their legacy or their, what they want to be remembered as or for, is really, really important.
Right.
But I don't know how much important that is. But
I think for me, I did the best job I could do. My job was working with students, young people, and that's what I needed to do.
Right.
And take their situation as a goal that I had to put all my energy into making sure that they went forward.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked out good.
Mm-hmm. But you have, like you say, no regrets, and you look back and think of just.
I think 39. I worked 39 years with the department, and I think I did good. Okay, I did good. And they gave me a platform to educate. They gave me a platform to educate, and I just took advantage of the platform.
Mm-hmm.
And and I would. The one thing that I recognize is that in a government situation or bureaucratic situation, the people up here, they in their minds, this is what they put out. This is what we want, but in reality, what they want doesn't work, and you have to be down there in the trenches to find out what works.
Well, yeah, I mean, our department. Probably it's bureaucracy. People down at the county office or superintendent level or director level or whatever. I'm not sure they were really grounded and really understood.
Or when you get away from the students, you see a different. You're in a different ball game. Mm-hmm. Okay, when you're working with the students, then you're right there. And you have that onus of taking care of the individual. Mm-hmm. When you get away from the individual, you're doing theory.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of, sometimes, I mean, there were probably many frustrations I had in administration, but that was the one thing. Had spending the amount of time in the classroom prior to that, and then especially what we did together before that, where we actually got to see these students, in their homes, in their communities, and saw the real situation, and then come to these management meetings and people talking certain things. It was hard because for me,
none of my kids.
Right. Yeah, they didn't. If they did, they were speaking as theory, or this is the way it has to be, or this is the way it's going to be. And it's like they really didn't take that into consideration, the students, because they were out of touch.
Right.
And they would, and a lot of them would think, oh no, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure they did. But anyway, I that was definitely one of my frustrations and stuff. But anyway, well, I think we had got off on number 67 good, and so I thought maybe we'll stop here and then be brief a little bit, and then we'll do another one.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Peace out. Thank you, Elijah, and everybody be good. Those of you that are out there listening, subscribe to our page so that you can get the notifications of when we're going to record again.